You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
This week from the internet, toy collectors are about to get a lesson in economics and trade disputes that Star Wars fans got 25 years ago. Plus, guess who's back? No, I'm sorry, the correct answer is dire wolves. Dire wolves. And will LeBron be Kenough to help Barbie conquer that all-important adult male collector demo? The snowflakes taste like fish sticks. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin' time!
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who always makes sure that his movie theater going experience is chicken jockey free. Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right. I won't have it any other way.
Have you seen this this TikTok trend with the Minecraft
Yes.
movie? It
has legitimately scared me away from the theater. Like, I told my wife the other day that I will not be attending this. Nor do I want my children attending this. No.
I can't chance it. Although I find it hard. Like, at least they're going. At least they're going to the movies.
But
if
you know
this
what,
is what
though?
it takes. Yeah.
I want the option. I want the silent theater
Separate
experience, or I want the anarchy. And that's fine. I don't want the neither two shall meet. In my opinion,
you should have the, if you don't want that, if you don't want the disruption, you should have an out. I do agree with that.
Right.
And there's definitely they can show it at two. They can have enough theaters to accommodate.
They can. Yeah.
But it's funny because like the people are like, oh, you feel so bad for the people who have to clean up the theater. I was like, yeah. But, like, don't they have to go down each row anyway? It's like, it's not like it's making it longer. They're just scooping up more. I don't know.
I don't feel so bad about the popcorn as much as, like, the drinks getting thrown. I think that kind of, that gets me. Because then at that point, you're dealing with a wet chair for the next showing.
Oh, that's no good. And there was live chickens in there in one of them.
Yeah, there's
like,
one video with a
sanitary.
live chicken. The poultry is just there. Like, they snuck it in.
Yeah.
So...
But
it's good to not be a part of that trend. I'm all for a hearty like woo and like a clap.
I appreciate
and like I can appreciate
a polite
that,
clap,
but
a golf clap here and there. But
just if I'm fearful for my life, and then the house lights come back on and the police are called and they pause the film.
If they pause the film, if you brought props with you to the theater, there's no reason you would need props. Like, no one should be able to see you. They can hear you, but they should not be able to see you. Right. My oldest is going to see it tomorrow, but Sunday afternoon, I would hope that they wouldn't be.
I don't know.
I wonder if they'll do a little message, like if the people will come in, the workers will come in and say, like, let's have a respectful, time together. We're all in this together.
Yeah, please.
But,
for the sake of the theater experience.
The way that movie theaters capitalized on the popcorn buckets, I do wonder if they will capitalize on this. Like, they'll give you give you some props. They give you
I mean, this kind of movie theater experience harkens back to the old, like, the midnight showings of, like, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's
like,
true.
Interactivity. It has been around for decades.
That's true. That's fair.
They show the older movies, and then you go back to it, and you know, certain lines that, you know, you throw popcorn
Throw the
or
toast,
you do this,
or
you yell and you say skank or slut or whatever every single time.
Shouldn't be doing that at the Minecraft movie.
No.
Just Jack Black comes skank.
Don't know what Minecraft movie I was watching. No, I don't
even know.
But
if I saw it, I wouldn't know what Minecraft movie I'm seeing. What is Minecraft? You build, and there's chickens. I don't know.
You can't build much with that McDonald's. The McDonald's toys either. I don't know what's going on with that.
You brought it up. The supply is gone. They underestimated the fervor that people would have for these adult Happy Meals. Their supplies, you try to order it on the app, it says not available. You get it up to the drive-thru. There's a sign that says
little sign.
You
showed me a sign the other day, and I said, okay. And I'm a big fan. I like to do the app and then the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast sandwich. Of course. And I get a large coffee for $1.29. I get the whole thing. I get my whole breakfast meal for under $5, which is fantastic. But today I did it, and I drive up to the drive-through order to give them my mobile number, and I look, and there's the same sign that you presented to me. So it's not just unique to your restaurant; it's unique to.
Put out.
It's all McDonald's gets the same little grimace.
Corporate sent it out, so that they had some.
And it's not Ronald telling you; it's Grimace. So Grimace, Grimace is now the face of McDonald's, as far as I'm concerned. Correct?
Yeah, Ronald is in hiding. He's in witness protection, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. They just decided that Grimace is the guy. But also, this is what I've learned from TikTok: the Grimace toy in the Minecraft meal is the prize toy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's short packed or that they've just decided.
It's just like a thing, right? It's not like Birdie or the hamburger.
Right. He's
zombie, right? He's just like a little prop, like ball.
He's an object.
Yeah, he's an object. He's not a fleshed out.
He's not a
character.
Full Grimace, no legs
or mob, as they call them in the Minecraft.
See, I have no idea. No idea.
Okay.
I was actually gonna get one just to be part of it, but I'm too late. That ship has sailed. So I got Pollo Tropical instead. It's a healthier option. Well, that's all well and good. There's a little levity to start the show. But now let's get into the worst thing that's ever happened to the country and to toy collectors. Tariffs!
That's a lot of words on that screen.
You probably heard a lot about tariffs. This is a lot of words. It takes a lot of words. We're trying to explain to people. We're trying to get you to understand. People do not understand what tariffs are. They don't know why they're here. People, the way they're talking about it, it's like it's a natural disaster. It was sent by God, these tariffs, to harm us, and we just have to deal with them. It's like, no, one fucking person decided that they're gonna ruin everyone's lives, and everyone's just like, I guess we have to deal with this. It's like, okay, I think we threw some tea in the harbor once upon a time. We could do something about this. But companies are dealing with it in different ways. Big Bad Toy Store sent out a very eloquent press release, and I think this is sort of what everyone has looked to. They explained what tariffs are. They explain why they're having an impact on toys specifically, and then they said what they're going to do about it. So originally, they anticipated these tariffs were coming because they have ears and eyes, and they listened last year, and they knew what was said, and they believed it, and it was true. And so they've been raising prices in anticipation of this. But because the tariffs have been raised to such a comical level that they can no longer just raise prices. So what they're going to do is they're going to let people pre-order at what would have been the non-tariff price. And then when stuff shows up on the dock and there are tariffs or they're not, or there are 3 million% or whatever, they are going to give people who pre-ordered the option to pay these tariffs or cancel their pre-order. And I really feel like this is all you can do. This is the best option because we don't know what anything will cost. Like we said last week, there's no way to know. Literally no way for us to know what things are going to cost. No way for Big Bad Toy Store. Any of these e-tailers. They just don't know. They can't know. So, yeah. So when things come up and it's like, okay, your HasLab Cantina originally cost...
Yeah, you brought that up.
How much did it originally cost?
It was
What'd you
$400
pay?
and I think it was $499. I think, right?
Sure. So someone was like, okay, tariffs, let's say tariffs are 100%. That would double the cost of the object. And that's not 100% true because these companies pay tariffs on the material cost, and the material cost has to be lower. Otherwise, Hasbro's making no money on the item. That makes no sense. But still, they expected to make X. Now they're making X minus tariff. They're losing money on what they planned for. So they're either going to have to eat it or they're going to have to pass it along. And you can't pass it along at this point because people have already paid in full. This is a done deal. So Hasbro either has to hope the second they hit the docks that the tariffs are gone, or I don't know. I don't know what you do. And nobody knows. There's no good options. So a lot of different e-tailers sent out their, rationale and what they're planning to do. Some of them said that they're just going to eat it and they're not going to charge the customers anymore. And, maybe you can do that for a little while. It's like during the pandemic when these like restaurants stayed open for a little while, but then eventually there was not enough foot traffic to keep going. But, we just have to hope that there are some adults in the room eventually and things go back to some form of normal, because this ain't working. And maybe you saw this weekend certain items are now being excluded from tariffs, including like solar panels and flat screen TVs. So again, it's just all being made up. I don't know if you figured that out yet. It's just all being made up. It's like someone's like, I own a very influential company. It's like, I make this, and you're hurting me. It's like, all right, well, give me some money and I'll change it. And that's how it works. We're in a mob country now. Enjoy it. All of a sudden, the entire country is Rhode Island. But
every story's had the word mob in it. We got to keep this going. We're 2 for 2.
Yeah, we're under mob rule. What was the mob in the last story?
And that's what they call the Minecraft characters. The secondary characters are the mobs.
Why are they the mobs? Is that
I
scam
don't
or
know.
something?
It's just what they're called. Yeah.
All right. Fine. That's fine.
Listen to my kid on this. I don't know.
I don't know. My kid wanted to play Minecraft like a couple of years ago, and we're like, "You're too young." And then he found like an educational version of it or something, and he didn't like it, so he never went back to it. And I'm like, "That's fine. I don't care." He still wants to play Fortnite like I do, and I'm like, "Nah." You can't. I don't want you playing as Sabrina Carpenter running around shooting people. That's not okay.
Dancing. She doesn't shoot people. She dances.
Synchronized. I mean, she better shoot people, or she's not going to make it to the end. Her gang, like there could only be one winner. You can't play forever just dancing. That's not how the game. There's no time limit. It's like everyone wins. We all agreed.
And they can keep their Sabrina Carpenter. It's fine. I'm not a fan. I
would actually like to play as that character. I think that's really funny, but I'm not. I don't have enough V-Bucks. I spent my V-Bucks. You can pay for V-Bucks, which I did once, but I don't like doing that. But you also get like so many free if you do the like the different tasks during each campaign, and if you do like complete like 3 consecutive campaigns, which is, I don't know, campaigns like a month, 3 months, whatever. Eventually, you do get enough V-Bucks just by doing free stuff that you get like 1,000, and that's how much it costs in a campaign. So there's like a music campaign right now, and the final prize, the final reward is the skin, Sabrina Carpenter skin.
It sounds like It sounds like how my McDonald's points are working. Like, they don't rack up fast, and then they don't account for much either. And it's like, it's just wild. The point system's always weird. I've never understood.
I have the exact opposite situation with my McDonald's points because I never check them. I'll just order stuff and never even think to check them because the things you can get are not the things I'm ordering unless it's
right.
like, oh, no, you know what it is? You can only use one reward per transaction. And I always use the 20% off because that's always the best deal. So I have all these rewards just, accumulating. So eventually they start to expire. So I got that email once, like, your points are going to expire. I was like, oh shit, let's go get some ice cream or something.
Listen, McDonald's is such a wild, and we're, obviously a toy podcast here, but we do need to eat every so
toys
often.
And global news.
I just had bought new tires, and I was picking the car up, and I had skipped lunch, and I said, I'm just going to get something quick. This was my Tuesday errands, which I usually go out with my son and my mother, and we do a drive around. We go to Goodwill, we go to an antique store, we have like an afternoon of fun time. It was interrupted by having to pick up the car, which was fine.
Sure. I hate cars.
I go get the car. My mother's got my son. She dropped me off. She said, I'll meet you over back at the house. We'll drop off my car and we'll head on. So I'm like, well, I'll go to McDonald's and I'll grab something real quick because I'm hungry. And I go to the app. I look, see if there's any deals, no deals. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll just order something from the value menu. Do you know what the McDouble costs now?
The McDouble. And that's just two
It's just
patties,
the two patties, the cheeseburger. It used to be it's always been on the value menu. It's always been.
Well, isn't it part of that $5 meal where you get the
It might as well be, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that right now.
Sandwich.
I just want the burger. $3.50.
And it used to be $1. It was $1 menu.
It used to be like a $2 thing.
Okay. Well, that doesn't. We know that prices have gone up.
Of course,
fast food because they tried. Especially during the pandemic, they were like, people are eating a lot of this.
Yeah,
we're gonna take them while they're down. Yeah, everything is terrible. I don't know if you've noticed, but everything is terrible. Everything you pay for costs more. You get less. There's no good deals. Everything is bad.
The chip brand Santitas.
Maybe. Let's say I do.
It's like the budget Frito-Lay tortilla chip.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
They were famous for costing. They'd always have the price point on the bag, and the price point on the bag was always like $1.49. So that has subsequently raised, and for whatever reason, they keep the price point on the bag, it says always it's always $2.99 now, and it's like that's not a good price for your bag of
not always
subpar chips.
Always moving forward, but until you change it again. We need the Arizona iced tea people. Their price has never changed, or the Costco people, the food court people.
Oh right, yeah, they're lost leaders.
We need some stability in our pricing. No, everything's bad. We just just sort of. I'm just like whatever at this point.
I'm just mulling through it.
What's gonna happen? Right. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get a lot worse. And then when it gets worse, it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't get blood from a stone. What do you want? You want to take one of my children? I'll tell you which one you can have. Do I get to choose at least which one you take? All right, that's fine.
Maybe that's why my wife keeps asking me which one of my kids is my favorite kid. Jesus.
You can't have a favorite.
She's on to
something. You can't tell them you have a favorite.
I say I have no favorite. I say I love them both. I have the benefit of having one of each. That's the thing.
That's true. That's
the easy out. That's the easy out. Yes,
yeah, because when you have two, you start comparing them, and it's like, well, I do prefer prefer this quality, this trait, but that's okay. They all have good. I love them all. Yes. They're the best.
Ooh, who's on the docket?
This is Hulk. This is Maximum Marvel Legends Hulk. So we talked about him last week and how he's kind of silly.
Sure.
He went up for pre-order, and this is what Hasbro does now. They don't tell you how much stuff is going to cost usually. It's kind of like because they don't know. So he went up on different sites, every retailer has them for a different price. This was wild stuff. So this link here goes to Big Bad Toy Store. They have them for $60. GameStop had him for $50, which is how much Spider-Man cost. So I feel like that's a mistake. I feel like that one was a mistake. Entertainment Earth has him for $75, which is like, who's ordering that? Like, why would you do that?
Still doesn't qualify for free shipping.
That's true. You got to get $79. That's how you get you.
Yeah.
Although I think they made shipping like cheaper than it used to be. But you were saying you're having some trouble with that, so I don't know. Maybe they took it away. But here's the thing. Entertainment Earth has not talked about how they're handling the tariff. So, Big Bad Toy Store, this thing shows up. They may tack on an extra 20 in tariffs. Then your price is a little more. I don't know. You got to order from everybody, I guess, and then cancel the ones you don't want. And then Amazon was probably like 60, 65. I don't actually remember, but
yeah,
big chunk of change. Although not, I expected it to be more than Spider-Man. So if it's $10 more, that actually seems pretty reasonable. I think the problem is Spider-Man was way too much money. There's no reason that figure should cost that much, and people are getting him, and he's got the same quality assurance problems that every Marvel Legends has, like paint slop, like molding issues.
Yeah,
like it's not a perfect figure. They're not like inspecting each one.
Right. Well, they're not going to the factories and being like, make these ones better. These are the special ones. It's the same. It's the same toy.
Maximum. Yeah. These are maximum. You gotta put in your maximum effort when you're
go to
pouring the mold.
Warehouse factory.
We need a special one. Maybe that's the one they'll build in America, and that's everything will cost. How much were the iPhones going to cost? $2,000 or something, or is that what they cost?
Weren't they flying like millions of iPhones into the country?
They filled up 3 planes with as many as they could get. Got them here before those tariffs.
Oh my god! We got to beat the tariffs. It's coming.
It's like
beating the sun.
Day after tomorrow. Or what is the one? What's the one? The M. Night one where they ran away from the wind.
The Happening.
The Happening. That was the best. They're just running away from the wind because the wind was carrying the spores or whatever they, whatever
the
it actually
plants were
was,
doing to everybody,
causing the plants to make you kill yourself. Oh. Well, you think that tariffs are the only problem with getting these toys into people's hands, but not so fast. This is the Page Puncher Supergirl from McFarlane, and apparently, allegedly, according to McFarlane, somebody stole an entire truck full of these toys on its way to Walmart. So these are a Walmart exclusive, but somebody sold the full truck of them. So they're not going to get there. All of them are gone.
This is news to me.
This is the craziest thing. So this is the Walmart customer service team, and they said, we're writing to let you know a tractor trailer full of our products was stolen while en route to the McFarlane store. So maybe they mean from the McFarlane store?
Yeah.
I don't know. I question all of this, but people are posting it that's what happened. So if you never see this figure, or if you do see it like on eBay, that's a hot product. It's been stolen. Report those people. Get it back.
I didn't even know this figure was coming out. I mean, it was probably just announced last week. So
it was just announced last week. A lot of McFarlane stuff is in like limbo. All of the animated figures, the pre-order has been pushed back, and I don't know if that's tariff related. Maybe they've decided to like hold back on a lot of stuff. I don't know. Everything, like I said, we don't know. Everything is, if you have something, be glad you have it, because who knows? Who knows what's coming? This is stuff that might be coming, or could be complete bullshit.
Yeah,
we really don't know. But sometimes people put up these leaked wave listings for Marvel Legends, and I think the last one was pretty accurate. Like, it's possible that Hasbro still like sort of shuffles stuff around, but I think all of those figures eventually did get released.
we kept seeing all those blurry photos of like what was it, the What If series with like
that was way back.
Agatha and everything. Time. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
they were. I still don't understand.
Like are these people wearing like like hidden cameras? Is that why the quality is so bad? It's like you can't
rub some Vaseline on the lens every single time they walk in. I put Vaseline on it. Don't worry, I can take a picture.
It's fine. They'll never know where it's coming from. So this one has Secret War Series 2. This is good. So I like the first Secret War. This one has another Spider-Man. So maybe just normal Spider-Man. Daredevil, Constrictor. Is that? Who is that? Who is that?
Constrictor's probably part of like the Serpent Society or whatever it is.
Okay, I'm gonna look up very quickly and
see.
Who
knows?
Maybe if I put Marvel, it'll tell me Constrictor. Let's see. Oh, well, they've done this character before. Went. They've done this character before. He's got like orange down the middle of him, like with lines.
Oh,
He's got like those like the tendrils coming off. So was there a Secret Wars version that they did? Was there a toy?
There must have been maybe some toy that was announced and then it just disappeared at that point.
Nope. They did. He got a Secret Wars like the original Secret Wars. He did get a Secret Wars.
Okay.
So that's why they're doing
I gotcha.
They're trying to keep it like these actually appeared in that. So that's fine. Sure. Absorbing Man, Daredevil, Falcon. Okay, fine.
Unknown sixth figure.
Unknown sixth figure. This is probably the most interesting lineup to me. Deadpool and Wolverine. So that first set, it was 3 figures. It was Wolverine, Logan, and Deadpool. This movie is a treasure trove of potential action figures.
Oh, yeah.
This could go on for years and years and years. I hope it does. By the time they get like the second or third movie out, we'll be on the next Avengers, and then all those characters will appear again because everyone is in that movie apparently. Mm-hmm. So this is the lineup allegedly: Wolverine, Blade, X-23, Cowboy Deadpool, and Cassandra Nova. Now, I feel like including Cassandra Nova is a bad idea unless she has like some really cool effect, like her fingers are coming through your head or something. Like that maybe would be okay. But like I just don't feel like that's an exciting figure in a movie full of exciting characters. Like seems like a weird idea. Like where's Gambit? You're going to give us Blade but not Gambit? Come on.
Sure.
Wolverine hopefully is Wolverine with his shoulders, his arms bare, because the first one had the yellow sleeves that people were customizing to get rid of those.
You're not thinking that it could potentially be one of the variants that goes and grabs those lines?
So
many.
There's so many. The brown suit,
could be
the tiny
Henry
one.
Cavill
What if it's
as
Henry Cavill Wolverine?
Yes, comic accurate Wolverine.
Oh, damn. There are a lot of options.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll just be normal Wolverine. I think I need that one first because it does look so much better without the yellow sleeves. It's too much yellow. We've talked about it. Blade, great. X-23. She was wearing just like jeans, right? Like she didn't have like a comic or like a superhero suit.
No, she didn't have a. Yeah. No, she didn't.
She had like the glasses.
Yes.
But that's fine, I guess. Cowboy Deadpool, that's a fun one. There were obviously a ton of Deadpool variants.
Right.
You got to start somewhere, I guess. That's a fine one. They're doing Cowboy Batman, McFarlane is, so why not? So we'll see if that one comes true. This is an astonishing X-Men 2-pack, Colossus and Kitty Pryde. Fine. Good. That's fine. Spider-Man Retro, Spider-Man 2099, Uncanny Spider-Man. This person is very excited about it. They put a lot of exclamation points. Spider-Man / Venom. I don't know what that is. Owl, again, very excited about that.
Lots of exclamation points.
I don't know who Owl is. Hypno Hustler. See, now there's too many exclamation points. I'm starting to think this one is just like a fan made this. This can't be. Because who's Cardiac? Do we know any of these people?
I'm sure I do. I'm sure if I saw them, I would remember them.
That's cheating.
I know.
Of course, if I saw it, I would know it. Well, yeah.
But I would remember
Cardiac
why.
Is just... He looks like Steel from DC a little bit here.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Steel mixed with like Cable or one of those guys. Like he definitely looks
Steel
like
Cable.
He's a Steel Cable. There you go. So that actually probably would be a fun figure. And then Incredible Hulk, I guess we saw that they're doing She-Hulk, so they are doing a retro line. Abomination. Why not? Got to give some Hulk. Give the Hulk some love. So those will either happen or they won't. And we cannot confirm one way or the other until it happens. And maybe Marvel changes. And maybe Hasbro just stops making toys altogether. I mean, that's just as likely. Maybe they're just going to be like, we're going to press the hold button. Press the pause button, see how this all shakes out. Maybe we'll be back in 3 years. Maybe we'll be making more virtual things, your NFTs and such. But that's what that looks like. And we're gonna. Oh, there you go. That's a good name. This is a good point. Well, this is a good pause for us. We're gonna pause, press the pause button, and we'll be right back after these messages, which don't exist. Just pretend, make your own message. So one of the Jurassic Park Instagram accounts posted this photo of Scarlett Johansson as Barbie from the new Jurassic World. And I was like, well, that doesn't look like her at all. So I started thinking about we're going to talk on the show about how the Barbies never quite look like the people that they're representing and if that's intentional or not.
Yeah.
But apparently this is not real, and someone just made this as a joke. So,
okay.
Never mind. I don't know. But this is real. This is a LeBron James Barbie doll, and it's from a new line called Ken Basseter. He's a Ken Basseter doll, which I think it's kind of neat because it's like, I don't know, it's giving Barbie fans something different to collect, like something from the real world. Like, he's not dressed as a basketball player. He's wearing, like a Letterman jacket. He's got his fanny pack.
LeBron James.
It's just LeBron James doing LeBron James stuff.
No logos. Yep.
He's got the LJ. He's got the LeBron logos, but he's got the the fanny pack. He's wearing it like across his like Chewbacca style. That's very very hot right now. Right. Crossbody, sure. There's a term for it. He's got a shade. I think he's got a nice watch here. So this figure costs 75 bones, and he is sold out as far as I could see. So good first entry into the Ambassador. Look at it looks like he's got the LeBron James Family Foundation logo here. So maybe some money goes to benefit something. That would be nice. But I think this is good. I think that if I had seen the Barbie movie Barbies after I saw that movie, I think I would have bought them, but they were sold out. Mattel did not anticipate the demand. So, time went by and then I was like, I don't need these. I don't want these. But I feel like I could cross over to collecting what are traditionally, we always push back and we're like, they're not dolls, they're action figures.
You're right.
So these are not action figures, these are dolls. And I don't know, I feel like not LeBron, but I'm trying to think of someone like they did do Mad Men Barbies at one point, but they were expensive and they didn't look like the characters, and I don't think I was even watching the show. But if they did accurate, so to me these are sort of like how you do Pops. You wouldn't do The Office action figures per se. McFarlane's doing that statue, whatever, movie maniacs of Kevin. But I think you could do Barbie versions of the cast of The Office or Severance. I think that would work because it's a different clientele. It's it's just different. I think that might work. So I'm very interested to see what this Ambassador line grows to and who else they're going to include and what the goal of the line is. So just something to keep an eye on. I just think it's interesting as action figure collecting winds down. We have to look for new avenues to collect. That's
right.
When I just said there,
house plants. I've been trying to find
house plants. Okay, there you go. Yeah. You have to fill that void, that collecting void, with something. Right. Well, I mentioned The Office. This is AI, and you either hate it or you don't hate it. A lot of people hate it, or they like to tell you. The people who hate it will tell you they hate it. But this is the office if they were made into He-Man toys. So
who made these? Did you make these?
I did not make these. I did not note. Because AI is made with stolen art, I don't feel like we need to attribute the person who prompted these into existence. I think that's sort of sort of the deal. Oh, you want credit for your stolen AI? No, sir.
AI created it. That's all.
AI created the history of the internet created this.
Right.
This is Michael. This is Prison Mike with a bandana. So the head is very realistic, and then the body is He-Man-y. But they have like the suit jacket with ripped off shoulders, so it's just, and then a tie. Like, it's very funny. I feel like it's a nice mixture. There's Dwight. He's a little. It's good. It's a little something's weird about his face. Not quite the old boy that we showed last week. Stanley. Very funny. They gave him an orange tank top. That doesn't quite jive with Stanley to me, but he's very muscular. And then here's Kevin, and poor Kevin, he always has to be holding that pot of chili. That's just like the only thing, the most iconic moment for him. He always, for eternity, he will be holding that pot of chili.
It's never how many M&Ms he could fit in his mouth. It's always just
true.
A pot of chili.
No one else even try. No, but these are fun. I told him to do more, and he just responded LOL, and I was like, no, that was a command.
I love that.
Like, do more.
Right? Yeah.
Stop. No.
Hey, make more of these. LOL.
Like, no, you made these. Now make more. Dance monkey.
That doesn't. That doesn't work at work for me. It shouldn't work for you, sir.
Who tells you to do more? The customers or the other employees?
I'm sure my bosses would tell me
your
to
boss.
do more.
He tells you to do more, and you're like, you say
LOL.
LOL. Yeah, right. Could you imagine doing more in this economy? Get out of here. You're a funny guy. All right. So these are not real, but they should be. I would buy these. I hope now he does Severance, and I think this is a good way to get toys out from properties that are not very toyetic. I think you sort of like, you literally take two things and you mash them together, and this is good.
I like that his collar is like a separate piece. Like, it's not
collar's
his
a separate
flesh.
piece.
It's just like the collar is.
It's just the collar. Though you need something to hide the rest of the tie around his neck. You don't want to look crazy.
Yeah, but
they all have that. That's like the signature feature.
They do. Okay.
Cool. Well, we're talking about The Office. Now, you brought this to my attention, and I think we're onto something. I think you are the first person to ever put 2 and 2 together and get 5 with this, because
sweet.
In The Office, there is an episode, one of the cold opens, where
one of the
Dwight
Earth
comes
Day specials. Yeah.
Earth Day special. Dwight comes in. He has created this character of the Recyclops, and they go through several years in the evolution of a Recyclops. And by the end, he just has his samurai swords, and he's literally destroying. And the whole point of Recyclops was to promote recycling and save the earth. But he's created this backstory in his head where he's gone bad, I guess, or he turned on Earth.
He's just now he's hard. It's turned into Earth has gone bad, like Mad Max, and that's he's gone Mad Max style.
Right. Yeah. So he switched sides, but in his lore, it is the Poluticorns who destroyed his home planet, which caused him to come to Earth. Now, Poluticorn is an existing character in the Power Rangers universe. He is one of the monsters early on, season 1 probably.
Yes.
And you may think okay, well, it's just a name, they just made a name, but in one of the deleted scenes that was added back into the fan cut of The Office, Dwight mentions the Power Coins and Ninjor as if they are a real thing. He doesn't reference it as if he's referencing a show, because somebody says Jim and Pam are the Power Rangers or something, and Dwight's yeah, Ninjor would give them the Power Coins. Dwight thinks the Power Rangers are real, just like he thinks time travel is real with the episode with Ben Franklin. Do you remember that?
Right.
With the guy dressed up? He was trying to trick him. He was trying to see if he was real. He was giving him questions. He thought he was real.
He thinks Voldemort is real.
He thinks Voldemort is real. Everything is real to him.
Yeah. his stories. He's like, no, don't say the name.
Don't say that name. Don't say the name.
Right.
So I think in my headcanon, forget about Toby being the Stanton Strangler. I think that the Power Rangers exist in the Office universe.
In the Office?
And they're off saving the world over in California, far away from Scranton. So you don't see a lot of it.
Close enough for Dwight to see it happening. Yeah.
Dwight knows he's got his volunteer police whatever. It's like he's on. He knows. Sheriff's deputy. Thank you. Yeah. So I think this is it. This is official lore now that the Office is in the same universe as the Power Rangers.
Thank goodness for my son going deep into Power Rangers randomly.
Yeah. Those season 1 monsters were great because they, like, you got it. Like, it was like, oh, here's a pig and he likes to eat stuff. It's like, oh, here's his guy. He's made a ball of eyeballs. It's like, oh, here's a unicorn, but he's a poluticorn because that kind of rhymes. By the time we get into even season 2, like Japan they're making the Sentai that, I don't think America had any input in what these creatures were going to look like. They made them real crazy. Or it's like, we don't have those stories here, so we have no frame of reference for what any of that looked like. And like, I don't know if you've seen any recent Power Rangers, but my God, the monsters are just like, let's take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like, none of them are memorable to me.
I've watched a lot of the the two that are on Netflix right now. The Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury.
Sure.
And a lot of them like resemble like a horse, like a full horse face. And then it's like a suit of armor around it, and that's like, these aren't really, they're not like memorable. Like they're not memorable.
In my brain can't remember them. They're too mishmash.
No.
But that first season, those monsters were great. Pudgy Pig and the goat guy.
Eye Guy. Yeah.
I mean, Eye Guy's great.
Snizzard is there.
Snizzard was great. Even that gnome guy. Like, you remember him.
Right. Trini's gnome.
So I wonder when they do this new Power Rangers, what the monsters will look like. Because America will get to define... what word am I looking for? Design. America will get to design these monsters, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
because in the movie just did the Lionsgate one, they didn't make any new characters. Like, they redesigned the Putties and Goldar, and that was terrible. Yeah. That was awful.
Goldar,
so that's not
wasn't Goldar just like an amalgamation of all the gold on Earth?
He was just like a melty gold form. Yeah, he had no face. It was terrible. It was bad. That movie, aside from the design aspect, was great. And I don't know if you can blame its like lack of success on the design, because I feel like people just didn't go to see it. But it was bad. They tried to like make it to, I don't even know, like I would say Marvel, but Marvel does a better job of costume design than that. But hopefully these new people make a good show. You got to make stuff that can turn into toys. You forgot about that.
I know my kid's excited for those Playmates toys. He must have watched Pixel Dan's video recapping that Toy Fair presentation probably like 60 times.
Pixel Dan. You let your kid watch Pixel Dan? What's wrong with you? What kind of father are you?
With the sound off. Yeah, it's acceptable. It's just a guy with a camera.
With the sound off. You don't even know who is there. That's okay. I guess that's true. I guess that's fine then. You sent me this. So we knew Luke was showing up at Galaxy's Edge over in California. Apparently, Han and Leia are now showing up. And like you said, these were better. I think these are just as bad, if not worse.
Okay.
Like, why are we even doing this? Like,
I don't know. I think
there's not a cosplayer out there.
Did I really say they were better? I feel like I didn't say they were better. I said, look who else is. I think I said, look who else is showing up. But who knows? Who knows what was wrong with me that night?
It's not good. It's not. I mean, good. I mean, is there one person in the world that looks like Harrison Ford?
Like, no, I didn't say no.
I've never seen a look-alike of Harrison Ford. That guy has a very unique face.
Yeah.
Leia, I think they gave her too much eye makeup or something. It looks very strange here. The hair, like, really looks like a cinnamon bun. just on her head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Maybe it really looked like that in episode 1, or episode 4, or whatever. Here's some good movie news. Warner Brothers confirmed that they are making Gremlins 3. Wow! Finally!
Whoa.
The time is now.
After 32 years. Great.
32 years. Think of all the movies that have got sequels. Now,
right.
This is one of those movies where I have no concerns about them, like, tarnishing the previous movies.
Same. I can look at them all as standalones, the two.
They're all standalone. They are really, like, separate movies. Like, I love Gremlins too, but it's just like its own thing. And obviously the first thing you think of, new Gremlins movie, are they going to use puppets or is it going to be all CGI? Because if it's all CGI, I think you have a problem. Obviously you can do a lot with CGI now. But I think they need to go the Baby Yoda route. I think you need a physical prop, at least a physical gizmo. I don't think Gizmo can be completely CGI. You need that. And you did a giant one for the close-ups, like how they did that. It looks like very different from like the other Gizmo. Like every puppet should look very different so that you never actually know what Gizmo looks like. That would be great. In that same interview, they also said they're doing a new Goonies movie, which I think is okay. Like I could definitely think of like another story, and if you bring back like the original Goonies, like are they all alive still?
They're all alive, yeah. They're all around. Okay.
And they're, there's like some of them, their star is on the rise again.
They
got
true.
Thanos there. You got Data was in a bunch of stuff. He was the voice in White Lotus.
Award-winning Data.
That's all right. So yeah, I think that's fine. I think
Corey
that could
Feldman,
be fun.
He'll be there.
Well, listen, he doesn't have to be there. We don't have to bring back everyone. It's not like a requirement. He can be like, he was busy. He was doing something else. But I do think that would be fine. I would enjoy that. Did you see that they brought back the dire wolf, Jurassic Park style?
Yeah, I saw that. Someone was making a big deal out of it today, and I was like, you know what? I grew up in a time. I grew up when and I've seen a bunch of like parody Time magazine covers.
Yeah.
Doing the same route. Someone was talking about it today, and I was like, dude, I grew up when they were cloning sheep. Nothing surprises me anymore, and I don't care.
Did anything ever come of that clone sheep? Like, that was a big deal.
Dolly?
But then I feel like
she died eventually. I know she died.
I know. Well, I mean, the first one has to die.
That went into a lot of, like, can you
remember
clone
Aliens
my pet?
3? All those Ripleys
4.
in those tubes? 4, excuse me. Yes, Alien 4. Yeah, the first one's not going to make it. Kill me! But
no, she made it long enough. Like, she wasn't dead, like, from, like, the onset. Like,
no.
It wasn't, like, birthed and then she died. She grew
some of them
age.
did.
Sure.
There were a bunch
I don't
of
know.
Gross
I'm not
ones.
excited about this. Like, what is this?
You're not excited about bringing back
what are we gonna
extinct animals?
Are we gonna re-release the direwolf back into there? Or is this gonna be like a zoo thing?
They're gonna make a Game of Thrones zoo. They're gonna put him in there. No, well, here's the thing. They didn't bring back the direwolf. They just took a gray wolf and they modified some of its genetics so that it has some of the characteristics of the direwolf. It's not actually the direwolf. Same thing with the woolly mammoth mouse or hamster or whatever here. It's not actually the thing that existed. It's just like one of those fancy dogs they make. They just changed up the genes a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're making the
frog
clone
DNA.
It's
and
building in the
nobody would have known.
Clonosaurus. Yeah, they should put frog DNA.
Clonosaurus.
What's the dinosaur they made in the new movies? And it was like white and it like had all
the Indominus Rex.
The Indominus Rex. That's all these are. They're Indominus Rexes.
It's like my dog. She's like 9 different breeds.
Oh my God, shut up about your dog. Every week it's something about your dog. We get it. You have a dog. Most people have a dog. Some people wish they had less dogs. I got 3 kids and no money. Why can't I have no kids and 3 money? That's what I'm saying. Every day of my life. 3 money. No, I'm glad you have a crazy dog with all these. You did the 23andMe, but for dogs. That's how you found out. But did you see that the they went bankrupt. Or the actual 23andMe went bankrupt.
The actual 23andMe went bankrupt. Yeah,
but I'm just thinking, like, somebody, some social media millionaire, billionaire is going to own your DNA now. You think that your dog's DNA is safe out there? Someone's got your dog's DNA. They're be quoting your dog and selling them every quarter.
Oh, no.
Stop saying your dog's so good. They're going to be like, oh, we got to get this one.
What if we take this one and this one and combine both?
Christmas boutique. What was it? He said Christmas boutique item of the year.
Oh, for the toaster?
The toaster. You're my Christmas boutique item.
Well, that's a really good Bill Murray.
You like that? It's a good Bill. Dogs and cats living together.
It's like you're just yawning through it. It's just me.
Bill Murray a little bit of trouble just being a human lately.
Yeah, right.
We have to take him out of society before he ruins all of it. We need a sound alike for anything. They just have him on the phone. Hey, we need Vankman. Hey guys, sorry I couldn't make it. I'm on the phone. Dave Coulier, what's his name? Dave Coulier. He's fine now. Yeah, sure. They could just bring him back like real Ghostbusters style.
Oh, sure.
I think that's what people want. There's still that Ghostbusters cartoon coming out. We still don't know if that's real Ghostbusters or not, or what that's going to be.
Right.
I went to Five Below today. You were talking about Five Below. Oh, actually, last week you showed off those Funko Hasbro like mini blind box mini guys.
Yeah, the retro.
And I was like,
toys.
oh, ours has them, but with a window so you can see them. But I was wrong. What I saw were those like the metal guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they're the exact same thing, and they have the characters, but like the metal one, it's not. It says J something, but it's not Jada. It's like something else, I think. It might be Jada. They did the operation guy, but they just left the shape of where the bone goes. And they made it red, but they didn't put the bone, so it's just like he has gaping holes over his body.
No.
It's just not as effective as that Funko one. The Funko one looks better.
Out.
Yeah, he's like a human jack-o'-lantern. It's crazy. It looks very off-putting. But anyways, I walked in there today with a kid. He loves bubbles. He's very into bubbles right now. And they had these bubble cannons, and I was like, oh, that's fun. So I picked up, they had like pink and blue, so I got one of each. And then we went to Dollar Tree next door, and Dollar Tree also had one for $5. I was like, it's comparison time. We need to see which one's better. So this one you see here, this is the Dollar Tree one.
Yeah.
Here's a little sound for you right there. They're all pretty good. So it's fun because I was like, oh, I should have bought some bubbles because you need to pour bubbles in it. But what it is, it comes with the little bubble container, and you like screw off the top, and then inside there's a thing you screw on, and it has like the straw feed through it.
Oh,
so
sure.
That's like your ammo. So the only problem is when you run out, which happens pretty quick, you have to unscrew it, pour a new thing in there, and then put it back in. So that's a lengthy process. But it is very fun, and you can see it shoots a ton of bubbles. So it's definitely worth $5. It takes 4 AA batteries. You just think about that. Also at Five Below, they have lots of grabbers. Like grabbers, I don't know why this is a thing, but I always enjoy them too. This one, they took overstock of these robotic hands, like with 5 fingers, and they slipped this rubber dinosaur claw mitt over top of it, and it's not even secured. You can peel it right off. It's so bizarre.
Oh.
But it gets the job done if you would prefer to have a dinosaur claw than a robot hand. But I was like, this is really weird. Like, what else can we put on here? It's very bizarre. But Five Below, I like Five Below more than Dollar Tree. And even for dollar things. Because first of all, it's actually $1. If something's $1 at Five Below, it's $1. It's not $1.25 prior to tax. Dollar Tree, everything is at least $1.25, or I think there's some candy things or something that are cheaper.
Sure,
but they have really good dollar things up at the in the queue for the register. They have these little Peppa Pigs. Always the rubber ducks are pretty good.
Yeah.
So Dollar Tree needs to step it up. Dollar Tree too worried about the more premium items. They're trying to do the $5 things. They need to go back and take a look in the mirror. Go back to their roots of $1 things.
Where they came from.
Like, you used to be able to walk in there with $5. You could act like a king walking around, whatever you want. Fill up your basket, fill up your cart. But now it's like, well, where did you get this? Is this a $5 item? I can't afford that. NECA had their holothon start this week.
Yeah.
And I'm completely checked out from it. I didn't have the shipper.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I want is that Count from Sesame Street. And
right.
I must have missed him today because the Bert and Ernie was on the shelf, but no Counts. So I checked the app, and he's not even listed. He's not even out of stock. He's just not on there. I can't order him.
The Count comes with, well, he should, because he's the Count. He comes with a number instead of a letter.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because the first two came with a C and a what? Because I think the idea is it's going to spell out NECA. I think it comes with an A.
Oh.
I think the idea is it's going to spell out NECA, but we need 2 more letters.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
That would make sense.
I don't know what the next figure is, because they showed off those prototypes.
Is it Oscar?
But he's still like prototype stage. It's going to be a while.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm not going to be able to afford him by the time it comes. But
yeah. You'll be living in a dumpster.
Yeah. Oh, I still have all my toys though.
Right.
Oh, we laugh. We laughed so we don't cry. It was we've had a couple of busy weeks. I feel like this was not. Oh, here's Dollar Tree. They've had these Power Ranger figures for a while. You can see $1.25. They added a fun. I thought this was a sticker, but I think it's just a card. It says bonus card with like a holographic.
Yeah, they've been doing that lately with some of their re-release stuff. They did it with
Added
the
value.
Transformers. They've done it with the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. They have that little card. So those are Dollar Tree now. I got to get these for my kid.
That's true. Your kid loves
so they can fight the Snizzard.
Here's the problem. The first series, when they did this prior to the card, they had no Yellow Ranger, but they had the Green Ranger. I did not see a Green Ranger, and he is not featured on the card art. Although the Yellow Ranger is, so that's bizarre.
That's okay. The Green Ranger is not a favorite in the house right now.
I don't understand the words you just said. I know. I'm not sure what.
He's not a favorite.
Was that English? Did you speak English just now? I don't. What do you mean he's not a favorite? Who is the favorite?
He's the Red Ranger.
Did you tell him what happened to that guy in real life? Well, I guess none of them have good story. Did you tell him what happened to any of them? Did you watch the Dark Side of Fame?
Yeah, I've got to sit him down so we can watch the Dark Side of Fame.
Before you get too attached to any of these guys, let me just run down their current predicaments. Okay. The Black Ranger is fine. He's doing fine. He's making TikToks. Blue Ranger, I think he's fine. He's not quite on the social media as much, but I think he's doing okay.
Sure. He did the Resurgence. He was on Cosmic Fury and everything like that.
That's true. He did show up because he wanted to do a full season because he's a SAG actor and he would have to give up his SAG card to do it. So he was like, I need more than this. I need something.
Gotcha.
But Red Ranger, not great. Green Ranger, obviously we know what happened to him in Yellow Ranger. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were interjecting or something.
No. And my other kid just likes, my older daughter, she's just a big fan of that Cosmic Fury because of Hunter Dino.
We gotta get her on the show. We gotta
Dino and my kid.
Get these two kids together. Yeah. She's on.
Why do you like her so much? Because she's in charge and she's a woman. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Fair enough.
Did you tell your daughter about those heady years where we thought we were gonna have a female president? Did you tell her about those wild few months where we were like, it almost happened. It almost happened twice. It could have happened twice. Maybe someday. Not on this planet, though. I saw this and I was confused, but I didn't care as much because I already have this figure. But they posted that there's a raffle on McFarlane's website if you want a chance to win the opportunity to pay to buy the Scarecrow figure, the red platinum, premium, whatever this is from Batman Begins, that universe. Yeah. So I guess rather than first come first serve, what McFarlane is doing is they're doing a raffle, And if you lose, you don't have to pay. It's not like you pay. It's not like one of those things where people like on Facebook groups, they're like, let's do a raffle. $5 entry. If you lose, you get nothing.
Right.
But no,
it's like
this
the
is
free
just
sites
like
when too many people are interested and they're like, well, then it's gotten to be too much. I'm doing a raffle. I don't have the courage to just pick the first person.
Oh, damn, I haven't seen that. That's
You
crazy.
haven't seen that? Oh, it's funny.
No. Maybe that's outlawed on ours.
Eventually,
Usually,
like so if you do the free sites, you know, like the town specific free site, if it like goes like the first 3 people are interested, and then like everyone after that is like, well, I know I don't stand a chance against the first 3 falling out of being able to get it. They are like, if it's still up, I'm interested in a raffle.
Yeah, backup. I'm backup. Backup number 2.
Like put me in. Like, hey, let me give you the idea. Maybe you don't have to pick the first person. Maybe you can pick the
so
raffle, and it can be fair. And then you've got the ones who are like, oh, my kids would love this.
Oh, my God, the kids.
They try to get the little personal story interjected
in there.
This would be great for the daycare.
Tug on the heartstrings, sure.
Yes.
Well, my story about the free site is that somebody in our town is going around scooping up everything and then trying to resell it at a yard sale, and they advertise their yard sale, and people are like, hey, I just gave you that. What are you doing?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
And I was like, good for her. But my wife explained to me that the thought is like, well, this could have gone to someone who actually needed it and wasn't just trying to flip it. And I was like, yeah, still good for them. Like, that's a good business model. You have no overhead. Everything is free. But no, we don't want to encourage that. Although, good for her. Let's see.
Guess what's coming up? Guess what's coming up in a couple weeks?
Couple weeks? What?
The infamous library toy sale.
Hey!
It's the 1-year anniversary. It's coming up.
Could it possibly be as good, like year after year? Like people still got stuff?
Who knows?
I guess that's true. The unknown.
People downsize every single day, you know?
That's true. Yeah. Not a lot of room in that garbage can for us. Well, I sent you photos of my Goodwill this week, and it wasn't quite to the level of that troop transport, but there was some mint on card, but very, very sun faded starting lineup, but also from that period, like wacky period of time in the 90s when starting lineup tried to like incorporate action features and like really bulked up their toys.
Oh, it's tremendous. I had no idea that these existed. The Pedro was great.
Oh my God. They gave him like throw the ball action, and then like Barry Bonds, I think, and he had like swing the bat action and inject steroids in your ass action. Like it was wild.
Yeah,
these guys were.
It just looked it looked like body horror because it was just like one side was like just a normal proportion, and then the other side was just as it transferred over, it was just like this gigantic arm, and you're like, what is going on?
Well, that's what happens.
Is this
pictures.
a Resident Evil movie?
That's right. It looks just like that guy with like the bulging eye. Yeah, that's exactly what they look like. Yeah. Well, that's what happens to pictures. They only work out the one side. I remember when they used to check us for what's that spine disease? Like, Scoliosis. The kid was like, we're waiting in line to get checked, and the kid was like, they're probably gonna say I have it because I'm a pitcher, so my one side is more developed. And I was like, stop talking to me. We all have our shirts off. This is weird.
That's quite the story. Wow. Okay.
Were you there for that? I feel like that was...
No, I wasn't there
before
for that.
I moved? Yeah. All right.
Good question. I always was like, I don't want to be in public with my shirt off. I always asked for like a curtain because I was like, this is weird. I don't need my peers. I don't need my peers to see me without my shirt on.
In like movies or like TV shows like the Wonder Years, they always like, all right, now go change in the locker room and take showers.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck? Like we're not.
That happened that was us in middle school. That was middle school for us, and I was like, "Wait, what? No."
They're not taking a shower.
Clothes.
Yeah, we had gym be stinky the rest of the day. Well, we had to change in gym clothes, I guess.
And then, like, I remember if you forgot your gym clothes twice, you'd get detention.
Well, that's rude.
That's what happened.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Just let me run in my jeans.
That was like in 7th grade. I forgot, and like, well, that's detention. And I was like, well, I'm in 7th grade. I'm 12 years old.
Did you serve your detention?
I served the detention, yeah.
I never served a single detention.
It was
I
I
don't even know how it works.
It was the only detention I ever had in my life. Was forgetting my gym clothes.
Oh my God. But you never forgot them again, I bet. You never forget your gym clothes.
I never did, no.
You should have just gotten lost and found. Be like, here I am. You look like Paddington Bear or something. Let's go run. Let's do some laps. Play bombardment. Kids today, they don't know what bombardment is. They don't get to throw rubber balls at each other's head.
It'd be a hate crime at this point.
That's why they're so soft. Like, children are so soft.
Right, and they just lacked throwing things at one another.
Right, they have very bad like hand-eye coordination. This is a photo of Jeremy Irons in action figure form from Batman v Superman or something. Dawn of Justice. Right. This is fine. I think the glasses are bad, but like it's just hard to do glasses if they're not like molded onto the face. But the thing that really caught my eye was his fingers are sculpted in such a way that they look like they're just taking a walk down the road. Like, why is
fingers.
Why is this the pose?
I think that's the first instance of like walking fingers in a figure.
Is that a part of the movie where he's like walking over like all the things? So I zoomed in. I was like, sure enough, like what could this be? He's like pointing, but not
pointing.
I guess, but the other like that's such a weird point. So I was like,
Mr.
well,
Wayne,
we got to put some.
Like?
We got to put some mini brand shoes on him. So
yeah,
just threw those on there. So that's fun. He'd do that. And then I had a lot of fun with it. I gave him some running shoes, like he looks like he's in a full out sprint. Yeah. That would be good. But it reminded me of that photo of Leonardo DiCaprio where he's just jauntily, like, I don't even know what's going. Is this a scene or he's just happy to be Leonardo DiCaprio? He's like, my life is so good.
He saw an 18-year-old and was walking towards her.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Because he likes them young. I think that's it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
No, it was a slow week.
Well, it was slow, but it was tense because of the tariffs.
Yeah.
It was tense. People they're on pins and needles to know what's happening next.
Like I lost some money, and then I got some money back. And then I lost some money, and then I lost some money.
That's life. You lost some more. Yeah. All right. Very good.
All right. Yeah.
So nothing else? We confirm that was it?
No, I'm still on the quest for the houseplant. I've got to find one that speaks to me.
Oh, you want a talking houseplant?
I want something like that. Yeah, I want to walk into the store and have it say, "Come here."
Here's a quick aside. So if you go to what's the animal themed restaurant downtown Disney? And they have them other places too. Rainforest
Cafe. Yeah.
Rainforest Cafe. In the Rainforest Cafe, there is a gift shop. There's the fish tank. To the left of the fish tank is the dining area. To the right of the fish tank is the gift shop area.
Mm-hmm.
There is an animatronic tree in the middle of that, and I think like he's surrounded by stuffed animals, like the old Disney stores used to be. They would have like that little. I think that's the idea. You go up to the tree will start talking to you. I don't know what the tree says. I think it's a female character. It's like Mother Nature or something. It's usually in English, but my wife, who is technically Latina, you would not guess that from looking at her. But she went up to it, and like this was like a school trip back when she was a youngster, and it started talking Spanish to her. Like it knew that she was from the islands, even though she does not speak Spanish now. So that's just something we always say. Like people can just like other Spanish people can tell that she is Hispanic, even though white people do not know. She is very white presenting, and our children are white as the driven snow or whatever. But it's just whatever we think about, whatever anyone mentions, a tree talking or like what people because you like. If you like when I talk to you, I talk a certain way, but if I talk to someone at work, you change how you communicate. So it's like, you always hear about people like having different. There's like a word for it, but it's escaping me right now. Yeah, but it's like the tree, like
voice. Yes.
Yeah, the tree like is like my fellow Latinx person here. Anyway, very far aside. Who knows if I'll keep that in? But I think that's a charming story. All right, Bill. All right, everybody. Well. You know what we say? We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.